Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another Chart Nerd TA video. We're going to be taking a look into Cardano today. The ticker is ADA against USD. We're looking at the weekly time frame, and we're just going to monitor basically what's going on here. Again, keeping a bit more of a zoomed out perspective as I like to in my charts, and I'm basically trying to get a broader view of the macro scale of this project. So what we're looking at here, okay, so this is the bull run high for ADA, and ever since that high, okay, just like the rest of the market, we've been in this downtrend, okay. And what ADA's got here is a very strong level of resistance for itself. You know, one little short confirmation signal that potentially the low might be in is actually breaking through this resistance wherever it may be. As you can see, whenever you've come into contact with it within this downtrend, it's always acted as resistance, okay. Whenever you're getting some sort of support and relief, you're coming up to it as resistance, getting rejected, okay. You find support, you get the relief, back into this trend line as resistance. Again, you've got support, and then you're coming up looking for relief, okay. And you've just been shuttered down basically. And to be honest, Cardano's had quite a brutal, quite an aggressive bear market. There's not been much breathing space for it. And it's been quite intense. Now, the reason for that, I think, if you zoom out a little bit here, what you have to appreciate is that from the 2020 low for Cardano, it actually went up around 17,000%. Guys, what goes up must come down, and you can see it had a very, very nice and healthy bull run. And this is also a very healthy wave. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't seem like it, okay? Fear never feels like opportunity. But right now, what you're doing is healthy. You know, you don't want to see a project literally continue to go vertical, because if it does something like that, again, you come down even quicker than if it was to do that than what we are now. So again, it's healthy. We need it in this market. And again, it's a great time to accumulate in these sort of projects over time, I think, especially for traders like myself. I'm a long-term trader. I don't trade on a day in and day out basis. I accumulate on great projects and projects that I think are great, should I say. And yeah, just mark my way from there. So what I'm looking at here again, so you've got that trend line, okay, that I had in for ADA not too long ago. And one of the primary indicators that I like to look at here are the EMAs, so the exponential moving average. We've got this blue line, which is this 10 EMA, okay, this blue line, and you've got this yellow line, which is the 20 EMA. Now, what these are basically giving us an indication of the direction of price. And they help us to identify what sort of trend we're in. So right here, you see the blue crossed underneath the yellow. Okay, now this is something called a death cross. When you get this and you come under the EMAs and you start to run into them and meet them as resistance, so what that means is when you come back into them from a downtrend, you run back into these EMAs at resistance, you always get rejected. So at this point, you got rejected, you came for another low, and then you found support, ran back into the EMAs for relief, and you got rejected. So you can see continuously you're getting pushed down, running back into these EMAs here, the 20 and the 10, and each time you're getting rejected every time you're running into them. So Cardano really hasn't had much relief. It's literally being forced down by these EMAs, and until they're broken, and until this trend line that I had on a while ago, until that's broken, you know, we can't really say that a low is potentially in, or that we're looking to sort of range out at a bottom and go sideways for a while, for giving it people an area to accumulate and it gets boring. You know, we're not at that stage yet. Unfortunately, it's still potentially a falling knife. Now, on a zoomed out scale, we're going to get a Fibonacci on here. We're going to look at where potentially Cardano and why potentially right now we're actually getting this bounce. I think we're about 16% up from the local low here in December of around 24 cents, and we're currently sitting at around 27. So just to get that bang on for you guys, we are currently up around 14 to 15% off of the local lows in December. But what I wanted to point out here is to be cautious. But the reason why I think we're getting some sort of relief here, okay, which Cardano, you can see evidently on the monthly, hasn't had much of, is because if you look at from the all-time high retracing back down to this COVID low, I've got the two sort of the golden pocket that you can call it, where when you're retracing from a high, so we're retracing from this high back to this low after this massive bull market. So right now you're in this downtrend retracing. These are the areas of support I'd be looking for. So right now you can see that Cardano's actually come down bang on the 050 at around 23 cents and is getting some sort of relief. So this is a key area I think that Cardano would get relief. But at the same time, we have to be cautious. If you do get some sort of relief here and Cardano does pick up over the next couple of months, we have to bear in mind you've got this 10 on your heads and you've got this 20 on your head at the same time. These are going to continue to come down over time as the price is coming down. You might get some sort of relief back into them, but if they act as resistance, you do need to be careful, because this could be an indicator that you're creating some sort of dead cat bounce. You're going to roll back over, potentially lose support, and you've got a further target which sits down here at 12 cents that we'd be looking for Cardano. And the reason why I think we could get a bit more of an impulsive move here, again, you've fallen back to the 050 of this multi-year long trend. Okay, you've fallen back to a key level of support here, and you're currently getting a bounce. And also is because since this death cross on the monthly, you haven't back tested any of these EMAs yet. You've literally been forced down. So to get some sort of relief, I think wouldn't be in the unexpected here. But we do need to be cautious. Yet again, as I've said, you've got these EMAs coming down on your head. The months where we have had relief, okay, you had a 60% candle here in April. That was 1 month of relief, that green candle. Back at this level of support, you had a little bit of relief, which was around a 40% candle, I think. Yeah, 40% candle. And then at this area here, again, if you if you was to look at a 40% candle, you're looking to be at a price of around 33 cents. But we just have to be careful. We have to be careful. Another thing in regards to these EMAs, the weekly right now is a very strong indicator of the trend. You can see majority of the times you come up to the blue, you get rejected. You come up to yellow here, you've been rejected. Come up to the blue, rejected. You've come up to the blue, rejected, blue, rejected. The 10 EMA continuously hitting the 10 EMA and being pushed down. What would be bullish is to see yourself get back above both of these EMAs. Okay, get above both of them, hold them as support, and start an uptrend, because these EMAs will start to flip to the other direction. And when you get a bullish cross, okay, so here you had a bearish cross, the blue crosses the yellow. When the blue crosses the yellow in an uptrend, that's a bull cross. Okay, so we haven't seen one of those for many, many moons. An example of a bull cross in an uptrend is here. So you can see this blue creeps above the yellow, okay, and the yellow's under the blue here. That's something called a bull cross. This indicates you're going to start an uptrend, and you can see from this point you had the uptrend. Right here, you had the death cross. As soon as you create the death cross and started hitting your heads on these EMAs, it indicates you're in a downtrend. So the trend is your friend until the end. We use these EMAs to kind of help us and guide us moving forward. Right now, we are falling to a key level of support. This is 050, so it wouldn't surprise me to get some sort of relief rally back up into these EMAs. And again, this is where a decision would be made, and potentially Cardano could be on its way back up to this trend line, okay, this multi-year trend line, couple of year trend line, where every time you run into it, it's resistance. Right now we could be looking for this impulsive move up to that trend line. So what does that mean in regards to price action? In the short term, I do think we would be looking at that relief rally. So again, just to get that trend line back on for you guys, you would be looking at that relief rally, and as I said, I think it could indicate going up to around 33 cents, I said. So you're looking at an extra 21% long opportunity here back into these EMAs. But again, you do have this 10 that's on your head that you need to keep an eye on. Get above that, you're looking for the 20. Get rejected by it, you're looking for more downside. If we lose this 050 at 23 cents, our local low, the next area for support, for major support for me, would be at 12 cents. And you can see it ties up with this cluster of resistance where you came up to before, came back before exploding, basically. So again, this area looks quite tasty if you lose 23 cents. Okay, so if you lose 23 cents and lose this local low, do look for a retracement to 12 cents. It's a possibility. But if not, and you start to get back above these EMAs here, hold them as support, then you're confirming some sort of local low right here, and potentially you're going to get quite a large relief rally coming of around 21%. Okay, and that's back into these EMAs first. You break them and hold them as support, and we'll look at that at another time if it comes to it. But yeah, that's a quick update for you today, guys, on Cardano. I do hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I'll be back with more videos tomorrow. Take care, guys. Peace out.